Hi folks, it's Shannon Heaton. Last month I had the good fortune to visit Chicago, Milwaukee, and Madison. I had a great time playing tunes with people. I did a lot of sessions and did a lot of interviews for a forthcoming podcast project that I'm going to be launching in January, so stay tuned. I also got this terrific piece of art from my friend Norman Laska. Check out his works. I'll post the link below. And because I played so many lovely sessions with so many old friends, I wanted to talk today a little bit about considering some of those old chestnuts, some of those old tunes that you may have known for a long time as a current player. So I hope you enjoy. This month I'm going to delve into an old chestnut, a jig called Out on the Ocean, and many of us will already play this tune. If you don't, here's your chance to learn it. If you do already play it, let's make sure that you really have it quite fluently, because it's a well-known tune, so it's a tune that many people will be able to play. A great choice to start at a session to ensure that everybody can participate. This is going to be an opportunity to talk about some of the tunes that you may have learned early on in your Irish music career, that you might have learned at a time when you played with less elegance and sophistication. So going back to some of those early tunes, it's kind of an auspicious way to supercharge your playing into the present. So I'll play the tune once around just to make sure we've all got the same idea of what Out on the Ocean is, and then I'll give you a few ideas on how you might revisit the tune with a little bit more style and panache. So there's Out on the Ocean. Again, if this is a tune you've played for a long time, do make sure that you really know how to start the tune all by yourself. Do make sure that you know how to go into Out on the Ocean from another tune, that you know how to get into another tune from Out on the Ocean. So it's really, really fluent in your brain and in your fingers. You've really got this tune. And then maybe record yourself. Listen back. Are you playing this jig with as much elegance as you do a jig that you may have learned from a trusted player recently? Sometimes just stacking a more newly learned tune against an older chestnut can be a way to make sure that you're really imparting your great current sense of style into your older tunes. Now, let's consider Out on the Ocean. It starts on the D, B, B, A, G. All right, that D and that B, spell out a G chord. No need to always hold the D that long. Sometimes you can just go ahead and spell out the chord. Right, so I did it twice around, and then that third time when I went back to the beginning of the tune, instead of going, I played. These are very simple changes, very, very simple melodic variations, but things that you really can have access to once you know a tune fluently. Another thing to think about with Out on the Ocean, the B part of the tune, the first time around, happens one way, it ends one way. The second time around, it has that nice little variation, da-do-do-do-do-dum. Now, every once in a while, you'll hear a player doing the tune and playing that variation both B parts, both times around, not waiting for the second B part to do the variation. I mean, if I'm playing in a session and everybody seems to be doing it that way, I guess I'll go along with that. But I wonder if that's just people misunderstanding that it's really meant to be a variation the second time around. There may be some historical examples of doing the variation both times. So maybe we'll dig a little bit for the next podcast and I'll report back to you on that. But just know that it is common practice to play the 2 B parts this way. So that second B part, when you do the variation, you can also do the kind of eye thing that I did. I looked at the camera after I'd done it, so we can all do that too. Anyway, just a few concepts about really honing the tunes that you already play and making sure that the tunes you've played for quite a long time, and maybe with a lot of early habits, are still the ones that you want to be expressing in the world. So thanks so much for tuning in. I'll make a report on the Out on the Ocean variation situation next month, and we'll go into another tune at that time. Thanks so much for tuning in, and thanks for all your notes and your support. I love hearing from you. If you have requests for future podcast videos of certain tunes, just let me know at shannonheatonmusic.com or at mattandshannonheaton.com. Thanks, guys.